All right, since I'm on this poverty mindset, I figured, hey, what the heck? I might as well do a what are 15 habits that can cause you to be poor? It just seems like a good video to do next since I kept talking about it. But let's go with this 15 habits that make you poor. Um, Before I move forward, I need to tell you a disclaimer. I'm not your financial advisor or you're a business consultant or a lawyer or anything like that. I'm just some guy on YouTube that ran a couple of businesses and help people get financially successful. So, but like I said, I'm not yours, and I'm some guy off of YouTube. Let's get into this. You know, habits is very important. Habits will make you successful or make you poor, and you have to understand that habits is what make people, and these small little habits can change your life forever. So the habit number one is not budgeting. Budgeting is the cornerstone of financial wealth, yet it's often overlooked. I don't know why. Think of a budget as your roadmap to success. You can't drive anywhere blind. You can't land anywhere financially or track your expenses. Isn't going to help you if you don't know how to budget. You can track all you want, but you have to budget at the end of the day. You know, you can't unplan anything. You can't really plan 100%, but if you have a small leak in your roof, you have to get it fixed. So you need an emergency fund. You plan for emergencies. You're gonna always get financial hardships. There's nothing you can do about it, but you do your best to plan. And when you plan, you end up being more successful. You can't just walk in and say, I want to buy a house. You have to plan for it. You can't, you know, here's the best example. You want $1 million, you have to plan to make $1 million or invest to make $1 million. You hear that? Plan and budgeting right there. This cycle's unchecked spending can delay or even derail important financial goals like buying a house, investing, or saving for retirement. These are what you do for budgeting. You know, Number two is impulse buying. You don't know how many times I meet people that buys all this random stuff off Amazon over and over and over. And they go, where'd my money go? I make 300,000, 200,000 a year, and I don't have no money. Why don't I have money? Yet they have packages come to the door every day of random crap. And they like to buy, and people like to buy other people's stuff. Random crap. And I keep saying random because it is random. Because impulse buying is an emotional response rather than making a rational decision. It's emotional because you're trying to buy stuff to compensate for other things in your areas. You can't buy happiness. You can create happiness, but buying stuff just makes a harmful habit and creates a false sense of happiness. You don't want that. And it's fleeting. It costs you money. Occasionally indulging might not dent your finances, but regular impulse buying will significantly hinder your saving potential. That's proven fact. Each unplanned purchase is a missed opportunity for saving and over time a compound interest effect. That's what impulse buying does. And you can't divert funds from your future self just because you want to deserve you of a financial security and freedom you deserve in the future. That's what you're doing when you're impulse buying. You're depriving yourself of financial security and freedom you deserve. And that is something you're doing. Number three is neglect your savings. Saving is important. You can't neglect it. You need emergency funds. You need a buffer. You need medical expenses. Just in case you lost your job. I lost my job. So I had a safety net. Now I feel better, right? If anyone else lost their job, they'd be freaking out, crying. No idea. I was like, okay, well, I lost my job. I can retire, so I might as well retire. But I wasn't that distressed about it until everyone else stressed me out. I had to mentally recover from losing a job that I put 140%, 200%, 1,000% in and was unjustly fired. So I can't do nothing about it. But I did have a good saving account. Had good financial habits. And it made me foresee that I could retire. Now I can't retire in luxury, what I wish for, but my retirement's done. So why was I working? It's for my retirement. Why was I doing this? Because I enjoyed the job. So you have to not neglect your savings because that's what saving the future. And number four is something I even fell for. It's incurring unnecessary debts. I was trying all these different methods to think I was a big guy, but at the end of the day, I was trying all these things so I can figure out what's the best investment strategy for me. You can read all the books you can, but that doesn't help you if you don't learn things yourself. And one of the things I failed at was incurring unnecessary debt because I lacked to pay attention. That's my fault, right? So now I have high interest debt that can go into slippery slope, but luckily it's business expensive and it's not going to hurt me financially. It's just my business is hurting. And yes, it's stressful and I have to close down my business and open another one because of a bad partnership and incurring debts. All this stuff happened while I was distracted. So I was smart enough to keep my personal away from it. And habit number 5 is paying your bills late. If you pay your bills late, it hurts your credit, it closes a bunch of doors, and you have to understand it affects everything. Just don't pay your shit late. If you have to pay it late, but there's penalties, there's late fees can add up. It just keeps going. Habit number 6 is pretty simple. Is overusing your credit card. Credit cards are double-edged swords. You overuse it, you're going to be in bigger debt. The credit isn't as good. And there's a lot of different things that can happen. Just don't overuse your credit cards. I'm not going to say you can't use them, but you shouldn't overuse them. Number 7 is I see a lot of people do, rappers, famous people, random people, is living beyond your means. I have friends, family, I know some business associates, and everything like that. They live beyond their means and then they wonder why they're poor. They're wondering why they can't get out of the situation. Well, you're living beyond your means. You make $100,000 a year. You're living in $200,000. You're negative $100,000 every year. You might have a good income, but you're going negative. So if you're making $100,000, you want to live off of $70,000, $60,000. That's fair. Habit number 8 is you're ignoring your financial education. Everyone wants to avoid money. Those people that, oh, my wife handles it. Oh, these people handle my money. Or, hey, I don't like talking about money because I don't want to see it or deal with it. Those are words that and habits that cause you to be poor. You have to take account for your financial education. There's nothing you can do if you don't take care of your own financial education because it's your education in finance. And habit number 9 is not investing. Key to building wealth is investing. You have to invest to make money. Stock market, real estate, whatever you want to do. It might make you feel uncomfortable, but you have to invest. There's nothing you can do. If you have to educate yourself, seek advice from a financial advisor. Start with the level of risk you're comfortable with. That's it. Besides that, you have to invest your money. You can't just sit there because your money loses value. Sticking with outdated money habits. There's a lot of money habits out there that are outdated. There really is. Whether it's a high-paying job, investing, or starting a side business, it's all calculated risk you need to do in financial advancement. So you have to think ahead financially, embrace the new opportunity that can lead to significant financial gains and personal growth. You can't stick with old habits. Old habits can cause you to be poor even though they might have been good 1980s. There's times are change, and you have to always educate yourself so you don't fail in the future. And then habit number 11, underestimating small expenses. You know what gets me? It's not these big expenses, it's these small little expenses. Those things add up like crazy. 100 here, 200 here, 500 here, 700 here, 1,000 here. It just adds up, and it significantly hurts. It's if you spend 300 a week on grocery, that's 300 a week on groceries. That's a small expense over your mortgage, but that's a very big expense because 300 times 4 weeks in a month, right, is 1,200 a month. And if it's 1,200 a month, that's a pretty big expense. You didn't even know it. So you have to change your habit to try to save money in that. Habit number 12 is not seeking financial advice. There's plenty of people that navigate your financial world can be complicated and overwhelming, right? So seek financial advice can give you clarity and direction in your financial journey. A qualified financial advisor can offer, personalized strategies, optimize your finance from investing to tax planning. I don't even do my own taxes because it's so complicated. I have to ask people, hey man, I need a bookkeeper, I need this because I don't know how to handle it. So I have to ask for advice. And I look for certified professional with good track record, with transparent fee structure. Don't hesitate to ask for reference, conduct thorough research on these advisors. It's your choice. So it's your money. So you need to understand your financial goals and offer clear, well explained advice tailored to your situation. So you need to ask, hey, how can you help me? And this is what I want to do. And then your advice is tailored to your situation. There's not here's a paper and follow this. They make it towards your goal. That's a true financial advisor. Habit number 13 is neglecting your own health. The health expenses is very big. I don't need to really go into it, but if you invest in your health, meaning regular exercise, a healthy diet, seek mental health, support, your needs, these investments improve your quality of life and potentially reduce your future health costs. If you had to sit there and consider a long-term investment, your best long-term investment is your own body. It's the most valuable asset to you. If you don't have your body, what do you have? Nothing. You dead. Right? They haven't figured out how to do a brain transport. They haven't figured out how to keep you alive forever. So the most valuable asset right now is your own body, because if you don't have your body, you're going to have to pay to keep yourself healthy. There's a saying when you're young, you ignore your health. When you're older, you focus on your health and pay extraordinary amount of money to keep yourself healthy. Why don't you just keep yourself healthy the whole time, and then your bill isn't as much at the end? Number 14 is not setting a financial goal. Setting a financial goal gives you a target to aim and a roadmap to guide your decision. These goals can shorten your term, like saving for holidays. A long term, such as retirement preparation, and have clear goal help you remain focused and motivated in your financial portfolio. You understand this, right? You can't go anywhere if you don't have a goal, and you can't visualize where you're going if you don't know your goal. That's a powerful tool. Visualize where you want to go and celebrate your progress and celebrate the small victories you do so it can motivate you to achieve your bigger goal. That's a habit. If you change, you're going to end up doing very well. And the last one, I hate to say it, is people are giving up too easy. Financial journey is rarely smooth. There's always be setback and challenge. You have to be resilient is the key to most people. And to bounce back from financial hardship and learn from mistake is outstanding. So instead of giving up with these experience stepping stone, and grow and refine your financial strategy. Financial empowerment is a journey, not a destination. It requires continued learning, adapting, and resilience. Every step, every decision, no matter how small, contributes to this journey. Stay committed to stay learning, and remember, every financial decision is an opportunity to move closer to your goal. You don't need to stay poor. In the big part is this is my final thoughts on these financial habits I'm talking about. Changing habits is a small feat, but remember, you have a power to transform your financial destiny. You have a choice to be poor or to experience abundance. Each habit discussed in this video steps stone towards a healthier financial future. Start small, stay consistent, and don't be too hard on yourself. Your financial journey is unique to you. Embrace it. It will be positive and persistent. You deserve more. And with each positive change, you get closer and closer to your future and financial well being and freedom. Please like and subscribe. That's all I really got for y'all. Those are my 15 habits. Thanks.